The senior class speaker is nominated by the senior class. Nominations and selections are then decided by the students, faculty, and administration. The person selected through this process to represent the senior class and speak to us tonight is Senior Mitch Cory.
Can you hear me back there? Before I begin, on behalf of my class, I would like to thank the following people. Ms. Corbett and Ms. Galmini for being with us today. Father Doug for being present in our graduation ceremony. Dr. O'Shaughnessy for leading our school with love and peace this year. The school administration, especially Mr. Miranda, who will be leaving after 39 years of service to Blanchet. Mr. Monica, for not only being our esteemed athletics director, but also a fantastic teacher and coach. All the faculty and staff who are present and have helped us not only with this ceremony, but also to graduate from high school. Finally, I would like to thank all the family and friends that are in attendance. Thank you for supporting us over all the years. You have not only helped us get through high school, but you have pushed us there. You have not only showed us the path to our future, but pushed us there. 4 years ago, I confronted you all at freshman retreat and bestowed upon you the knowledge that I, Mitchell Chamberlain Cory, am similar to a creamsicle. Whether you remember freshman year or not, my metaphor was both very moving and very well thought out. By melting off the orange part, Blanchet had successfully left the white stuff, which is the only part anyone actually likes. After 4 long years of study and reflection on this point, I came to the stunning conclusion that my claims on being a frozen treat were both ridiculous and inaccurate. However, the white stuff makes us what we truly are, and is what we should take with us from Bishop Blanchet High School. As far as I'm concerned, there are only 5 things you guys need to remember. First, remember Mr. Herber. This one man has physically beaten me up more times than I can count. One day, after being thrown against a wall by Mr. Herber, I came upon a startling revelation. Mr. Herber may be 100 years older than me. He may have ridden dinosaurs to school. He may have even created sports. But Herber has 1,000 times more inner strength and self-respect than me. No self-respecting man of his age would beat up high school boys in those strange green spandex tights he so loves to wear without at least a gallon of self-respect. Mr. Herber, my wrestling coach, has taught me that respect of oneself leads to personal victory and respect of others. Mr. Herber hounds his wrestlers to know thine move and then use thine move. Example being, Cory, you fool, you gotta use your single leg. Like Mr. Herber demonstrates, being a brave means you respect yourself and others, and you know your strengths and when to put them into use. Secondly, let us for a second remember the people of the intercom during 3rd period. No lights coming on? Well, these people take all their courage, go into a little room by themselves, and make it their job to lead us in school-wide reflection with a cast of Mr. Eberhart, Mr. Quillen, Father Doug, and Trevor Arp. They have helped us reflect on our life, which is another brave quality, reflection. Take Mr. Quillen, for example. I've never had him as a teacher, but I've heard enough of him that I could be one of his biggest fans. I remember that I wore a cardigan sweater for a dress-up day. I could have sworn Mr. Quillen smelled it from across the quad, came over to me and said, "Nice choice." Some of Quillen's highlights include comparing his faith to African savanna animals, or the time he said to tell your sister that she has a lovely Argyle sweater. His reflections come off as sometimes being just cracking jokes from back in his college days with a frozen pizza, six-pack, and Snickers. However, near the end of each reflection, Mr. Quillen brings it right back down to earth. And each time he comes on the intercom, I just can't wait to see what value Quillen will reflect upon. Every reflection Quillen has made has been meaningful, and as braves, we should reflect to better ourselves for the present and for the future. For every day you took a minute of your life to reflect on how you're doing, I bet in about 2 weeks you'd be a better person. Guaranteed.